Lekhi Honorable Member of Parliament, Mr. Pillai, my dear friend, retired DG, Mr. Arvind Ranjan, sir, retired DG from Maharashtra, while they set up the PowerPoint presentation, I have a very, very simple philosophy that I'm going to talk about. And that simple philosophy is what the world has forgotten. And the topic of my talk today is that CCTV by itself as a tool is never going to work unless you begin to audit CCTV as a standard operating procedure. Just like we audit our books of accounts or we audit our processes, unless you do that, you will continue to have Nice, Dhaka, Pathankot, Brussels, Paris, London. And when the investigation of Uri is completed, you will also have a system, you will also have a scenario where they realize that they had cameras, yet that incident took place. So what was common in Nice, Brussels, Paris, London, Dhaka? Two things: cameras and recce. In spite of the cameras, these incidents took place. So cameras by themselves are never going to work. Can we just, we'll just start. Okay, great. Which perpetrator wants to be caught? No serious crime is ever planned, is committed without a planned activity. And remember that the cameras are seeing. We are not seeing what the cameras saw. Thanks. Take a look at Pathankot. After the investigation, they realized that there were 11 petrol pumps on the route that the terrorists took. 7 of them had cameras. 7 of them had cameras. No incident like an attack on our airbase can take place without planning. And it cannot be done over a period of just one day. Nobody comes and attacks an air force in one day. So that planning must have gone on for a long period of time. And in spite of the cameras, how come nobody realized? How come nobody saw what the cameras had seen? Take the case, a simpler case. Instead of Pathankot, let's take a simpler case of Mrs. Smriti Irani at the store in Goa. The camera was not at fault. The camera was in the right place. All the perpetrator did was he moved the angle of the camera from here to there. So what the camera was not supposed to see, it was seeing. And that went on for 1 year. So for entire 1 year, it was recording something that it should not have recorded. Take the case of a very simple, very, very simple solution, especially in a country like ours. The espionage case at the Petroleum Ministry. What did they do, sir? Very simple. They just went and bribed the CCTV operator. They said, हम जितनी बार यहाँ पर secret steal करने आएंगे, उतनी बार आप कैमरा बंद कर देना. हम secret steal कर लेंगे, फिर आप कैमरा start कर देना. This went on for 1 month. So for 1 month, nobody realized that secrets were being stolen. And this is Petroleum Ministry. Think about Ministry of Defense. Think about installations that are critical. All of these have cameras. What is missing is something fundamental. Molestation cases at school. We've seen little kids being molested at school. Fancy schools having cameras. Yet this happened. Recorders getting stolen. Typical case in any crime. Recorder gets stolen. Evidence gets destroyed. From within. How is the police ever going to be able to solve that case? millions of cameras, yet crime continues. And every time something goes wrong, we say, camera aur bada do, guard aur bada do. But we are not willing to take a fundamental shift in our thought process. So something is wrong fundamentally, and that is two things. One is we look at cameras when something goes wrong, without realizing that just because something has not gone wrong, it doesn't mean that it never went wrong. It could well mean that it was not discovered. And the other thing that we do, unfortunately, is over-dependence on technology. We wait for alerts to tell us that something went wrong. Only video analytics? Is that all that we will do? There are so many things that video analytics will never be able to tell you. And a very simple thing like a guard who's sleeping on duty. What camera in the world is going to tell me that I'm paying him there outside to guard my critical installation, but he's gone to sleep or he's just missing? Never be able to tell you. What you need is a combination of technology and the human mind and the human eyes. Yesterday or day before yesterday, I heard Mr. Parikar speak on television. Very interesting statement that he made. He said security is a mindset. So he agrees that this is a question of the mind. Go back to the basics. Don't mortgage yourselves just to technology. Think about the man behind the gun. A police officer or a person at the border cannot write an algorithm in the gun that jo marji aaye shoot kar lo. It's the man behind the gun. Only he can decide what is right and what is wrong. So what is it that needs to be done? Simple things. Just three simple things. Audit CCTV on a daily basis. And the technology that we have developed, made in India, works with every camera system in the world, works with every alert system in the world, will help you to go through and audit your CCTV feed 24 hours in 24 minutes to get you a good sense. If we can make it so simple, why not do it? Smart backup. Backup smartly, not backup by quantity. Not be proud about the fact that, oh, we keep our video for 1 year. It's not the quantity that's important, it's the relevance that's important. Whatever you keep, you should also be able to find. And standardize incident reports across the world, because incidents don't differ by geography. So if you have a standard incident template, across the world everybody is speaking the same language, and that incident report should be able to give you intelligence. I made a presentation to Interpol that when incidents don't differ, why are we not standardizing incident reports? You know, in some states of India, it is compulsory to have cameras if you've got more than 100 footfalls or something like that. But the irony is that the camera should be working is not compulsory. Now, if you start auditing, you will begin to realize that your cameras were not working. Give citizens, government should get involved to give citizens the tools to audit. Give them tax breaks to audit. Involve citizens. Give people the encouragement to audit, because those people suddenly become your extra eyes. 6,000 cameras in Mumbai, it took them 8 years. 6,000 only took them 8 years after 2611. But our 6,000 cameras are enough to cover a city like Mumbai? You probably already have 6 million cameras in Mumbai. Start using them. Not by bringing the feed to the police station. Start making everyone involved in the process of auditing. That is crowdsourcing. Use what you have. Bring in the angle of community policing. So CCTV without auditing is like going to a movie theater and keeping your eyes shut. The cameras are watching, but you have not seen what the camera saw. Why doesn't anybody want to audit? 2 reasons. It's too cumbersome. And second reason is nobody has thought about auditing CCTV. And auditing is a manual process, but it's a process that delivers. Think about all the scams that happened in our country. How did those scams come to light? Through the process of audit, not through the process of alerts. The CAG brought out those scams using their mind and their eyes. Surgical strike. Now, they are speaking about the fact that our soldiers who went there have obviously captured a lot of video. Now that video has to be seen, that has to be analyzed. They will have to see what was common in those 5 places. Were SOPs followed? Should something have been done better? What were the body language of the soldiers on both sides? What were the fatigues on that side? You should analyze video, and that is what our technology will make very easy. This is Dhaka. The Dhaka police released this video on their Facebook page. And the man in red, after the attack unfortunately, the man in red was found to be a suspect. When we ran the same video through our software, we found those 3 characters also acting suspiciously. You know why? Because video by itself is a very heavy file format. You cannot work very efficiently with video. But our technology will convert those same video into JPEG images and allow you to analyze them to be able to gather actionable intelligence out of it. Okay, I'm going to skip the relevance with UAVs. But because yesterday somebody spoke about the guards, and what I'm trying to do is to bring about awareness to create a whole new profession of CCTV auditors in the country. Young women, elderly women, young men, elderly men, all you need are a pair of eyes. Sabko CCTV auditor bana dijiye. It is a new profession, it is a new job, and the greatest advantage is if everybody starts watching, you will start getting crime prevention. Because now you suddenly have millions of eyes that have opened up. The sleeping cameras have now opened up because people are actually watching. So, what are we? We are a software very proudly made in India, and we are the world's first company to have developed a CCTV auditing, smart backup and incident reporting system. It's the end of the CCTV era, this is what the British government is saying. Does it go against my business? Absolutely not. But the British government, which spend millions and millions and millions of pounds, is saying, oh, it's the end of the CCTV era. Why? Because CCTV is not giving us the outcomes. So what they are doing is they're shooting the messenger. They are not trying to consider that why did CCTV not give us the outcomes that it was supposed to. And the reason, one of the reasons why is because you never thought about auditing. Because this is about policing, if everybody starts auditing, at least the critical installations, crime will begin to come down. And policing may be a state subject, but crime and criminals across India are the same. Therefore, police across India must have same tools to increase their efficiency and to increase reduction of crime. So tools must be common. Oh yeah, this is very important. Just the second line. What are police informers? Technology or humans? Kisko khabri kehte hain? Humans, not technology. Finally, I come to the last 3 slides. Look at the non-standardization in everything in the world. Just Google CCTV signage. You will find 500 different types of signs, and yet crime doesn't go down. What I am trying to say is, let's create a new standard. Instead of saying that you are under CCTV surveillance, let the entire country say that we check CCTV every day. So you should have only one sign across India. You can have it in English and then you can have it in Tamil, Gujarati, Hindi, Marathi, whatever. One sign with one message, a very effective message that is actually sending out the right signal that यहाँ पर हम रोज देखते हैं, सिर्फ कैमरा नहीं लगा है हमारा, रोज देखते हैं. And this is where I request you for some help. And I think I mentioned this to you, ma'am, last time. As a social responsibility, we have decided to give our technology for free to all places of worship across the world. So every temple, mandir, masjid, gurudwara, church, and especially in a country like India. Because unfortunately, if we've seen this in the past, unfortunately, if you have an attack on a church, there are repercussions across the country. You have an attack on a masjid, there are repercussions across the country. So if we can help to prevent this, we will consider ourselves to be blessed. So anybody who wants to make a difference, please feel free to tell us. This is a product that is proudly made in India, and it will work from Swachhata Se Suraksha. Because the camera is also looking at your dirty railway stations. The camera is also looking at things that are not right and people who are spitting and so on and so forth. आप देखना सिर्फ देखना शुरू कर दीजिए, सिर्फ देखना शुरू कर दीजिए, and you see the difference. Final slide, when people ask me कि कितने का है, what is the cost? So my answer to them is very simple, कि either you think about the cost or you think about the price. Think about the price that you will pay by not adopting a technology like this. And with or without my technology, please audit. You don't need my software. It will make it very easy for you. But you must audit. Start thinking about that. Thank you very much. I think I've gone through the slides. Thank you very much. And we have a booth, so please come take a look, and thanks for the patient listening. Thank you.